Hi class, this is Dr. Spagnolo. I wanted to send you a quick video to first say thanks so much for your participation in last week's discussion forum, introducing yourselves to one another and commenting back and forth. It's really nice to see that many of you know each other and have taken courses together and are kind of almost at the same space or place on your path to finishing up your required coursework. I also wanted to just comment on a couple of the introductions and also your description of the term wellness and what it means to you, because I found that many of you had some pretty enlightened views on the topic of wellness, which leads me to believe that this is something that you've either already been exposed to in your program or at your internships or in your own personal lives. So first, Pam, I just wanted to comment on your posting. I could totally understand your obsession with shoes, but for your need to wear more sensible ones, it's kind of funny that you mentioned that, because I had just had this conversation with a very close friend where we were both pretty disappointed that we've reached the age where we're officially needing to wear flats. So I can feel your pain, Pamela. Simone, I think what you said about being a helper and a problem solver is a pretty common sentiment among students in both the rehabilitation counseling program and the psych rehab programs here in our department. It almost seems like the majority of students I talk to have said that they've always considered themselves to be helpers and problem solvers, and that's really what's drawn them to the field. So welcome to the course, Simone. Cynthia, I wanted to comment on something you mentioned in your description of wellness, which is a sense of balance. And as you'll learn throughout the course of the semester, we're going to be working with a lot of materials developed by Dr. Peggy Swarbrick. And that's exactly how she defines wellness, or it's one huge component of her wellness definition, which is this ability to strike a balance in all areas of your life and to look at yourself holistically. Karen, I was actually laughing when I read your post about singing and how much you love it, but how you consider yourself to be a very bad singer. So I'm in the same boat. I sound fantastic in the shower and awful anywhere else. So keep singing, Karen, and welcome to the course. Coral, I just wanted to comment on your description of some of your past employment at JVS as a job coach. Always interested to hear about the work that people are doing around employment services. My first job in the field was as a job coach and a job developer. So as often as you would like, please try to infuse the importance of wellness at work into your discussions, because I think that that's critically important for many of the people that we provide services to who are looking for employment, is that you need to have a certain level of wellness to be an effective employee in any industry. So thanks for that, Coral. Jolene, I was happy to see that you work at Bridgeway, and I was even happier to see that you're a wellness coach there, or a wellness specialist. I worked at Bridgeway for many years. I'm also on their board, and you being a wellness coach, I think, puts you in a really good position to start to practice some of the things that we're going to be talking about in the course, which I suspect that you're already doing in your position at Bridgeway. So welcome. And then, Jessica, I appreciated you giving us a little background on the people that you provide services to. Those are traumatic brain injuries. I think a lot of the concepts that we're going to go over in this course are applicable to people of all types of disability status. So it would be interesting to get your feedback on how you think these approaches may work with the folks that you serve. I also was laughing at the description you gave of your obsession with pumpkin spice anything. I have not gone to the dark side when it comes to these pumpkin products, but I have to say that they do look pretty tempting. And barley is just the cutest thing ever. So thanks for sharing the photo. Danielle, congratulations on your coaching business. I would imagine that right now you're incredibly busy. And I hope that the things that we're learning in this class are directly applicable to the folks that you're providing services to, especially when we start to get really into the thick of using a wellness planning tool. That's actually a component of a larger intervention developed by Peggy Swarbrick called wellness coaching. So I think that it's going to be right up your alley, and I look forward to your feedback on it. And then finally, Nadia, I appreciate your introduction. I know you came in with yours a few days after. A lot of people had been talking, so I was glad to see that you were able to get in and make your post. Hopefully, you didn't spend too many hours this weekend on video games, even though that's one of your hobbies, because as you know, the web courses can be quite time consuming when it comes to readings and staying on top of your materials. So, to all of you, welcome. I really liked learning more about you. And I just wanted to highlight a couple of the words or the phrases that came out in the um, definitions of wellness that you guys provided that I thought were really fantastic. So I'm just going to read through the list because I jotted notes as I was going through your posts. So obviously, I started off talking about Cynthia, who indicated in her definition of wellness the need for balance. We had joy, taking care of yourself, multidimensional, embracing yourself, embracing your individuality, healing, and recovery. So I think that those are all fantastic phrases and terms that are related very much to wellness. And by the end of this next week, you're going to see that there are some specific definitions of wellness that we're going to be using throughout the course of the semester. But all of yours were really good. And I think that most of you have a really good handle already on some of the core components of a wellness vision or a wellness approach. So tomorrow, Tuesday, you'll see that your new lecture is posted. Today, just do any remaining cleanup. If anyone responded to you and you want to reply back, if you haven't been able to print out some of the important materials from the zero block, which is that top block in the Moodle page, I suggest that you do that and just get yourself organized and ready for the work coming up. So usually by late morning tomorrow, every Tuesday, you'll see your new lesson and you'll have a good sense of what is going to be required of you for the next 7 days. So hope you had a great weekend. Hope you have an even better week. And it's a pleasure to have you all in class. So good luck to everyone.